The winning idea, apparently, may have been planted on the very day that Barack Obama became the 44th president of the United States. And our number one story on the countdown, what kind of dog the Obamas will get for their daughters, Malia and Sasha. Michelle Obama has made her decision, a Portuguese water dog, but her office tonight says hers is only one of 4 votes in the Obama family. The First Lady breaking the timing, if not the final choice of breed, to People magazine that the Obamas promised to their 2 girls will be fulfilled in April, and she offered an example of typical family dialogue on the subject. Sasha, April 1st. Mrs. Obama, April. Sasha, April 1st. Mrs. Obama, got to do it after spring break. You can't get a new dog and then go away for a week. First Lady saying the family would be looking for a rescue Portuguese water dog, meaning one from a shelter, a key consideration. The particular breed is hypoallergenic, another requirement. Its greatest advocate, quite possibly, the Lion of the Senate, Ted Kennedy. He has 2 such dogs, Sunny and Splash. And he reportedly suggested the breed to the Obamas on Inauguration Day when the First Lady and her daughters visited him on the Capitol dais. Let's turn now to Bloomberg News political columnist, the Washington editor of The Week magazine, Margaret Carlson. Good evening, Margaret.
Hello, Keith.
So the First Lady also acknowledged overwhelming public response on this, which is to put it mildly. She said it was surprising. She said it was great and gracious attention. Is this a healthy sort of national distraction? I mean, is the country going to go through some sort of withdrawal when everybody realizes, this is not a $787 billion stimulus-solving dog?
Right. Well, $787 billion would be an awful lot of Alpo. But the dog is shovel-ready in that Michelle Obama made a point of saying that the girls will be taking care of the dog. They will have their own scoops and will be going around with plastic bags picking up. They'll be doing the scoop the poop. Unlike, by the way, Barney, the Bushes had people to go around after Barney.
Well, I was just going to say that you could sort of generalize that to the Republican Party, but let's leave that out of this for this part of the conversation.
No, this is not a political segment.
A couple of details, though. The dog has got to be old enough and has got to be a match for the family dynamic, but apparently Mrs. Obama approves of this breed's size. It's not too big, it's not too small, likes the temperament. Does it sound to you, and I know it's not a political segment, but does it sound to you like they did more vetting about the dog than they did on the Secretary of Commerce?
Well, the first word out of the White House about the dog for a long time came on the day that the Secretary of Commerce was announced. I think it was only slightly easier than coming up with Gary Locke for that position. The PETA people came in very strongly saying, oh, you can't possibly bring a new dog in. It has to be a shelter dog. Mm-hmm. I thought they might escape that because, they're little girls. They want a puppy. They don't want, waiting forever to happen to find a dog at the shelter. However, Mrs. Obama said a rescue dog. Now, isn't the Portuguese water dog a rescue dog? So maybe it doesn't mean it's coming from a shelter.
No, I think they were very specific about it. They might have it may be a double rescue. It's a dog capable of rescue who is itself being rescued. Now, of course, the next hurdle here is naming this. The First Lady told People magazine she finds some of her daughter's suggestions for names bad, like Frank and Moose. So, A, does this become the next great debate that we can talk about? And B, what's wrong with Frank or Moose?
Well, as we're withdrawing from the debate over the dog, we can obsess over this. It reminds me, the Clintons were going to Martha's Vineyard for their vacations. It wasn't going very well, so they had it polled where they should go, and they ended up in Wyoming on horses. Do you remember that year? I mean, you could Twitter it, but Keith, I took this segment so seriously. I went and looked up the most popular dog names.
Really?
Lady, Lucky, Buddy, Tigger. I was very disturbed to learn that the 7th most popular dog name is Maggie.
Wow.
I am called that by some people, and I wonder if they're confusing picking a nickname that I'm going to have to change very soon.
Good grief. Well, Keith was not on that list, though. So okay. So at least I don't share your concern on this.
But Chief was.
Chief. Well, that sounds.
Chief.
No, but this you just raised an interesting.
It rhymes with Keith.
Yes, I know it does. Does the first Moose and Tigger? Would a dog that was called by another animal's name be confused as to what kind of animal it was, or does the dog not really understand that? I don't know a lot about dogs.
I know. Well, you know, if you want a friend, get a dog, Keith.
Thank
but
you.
I think it might be insulting to the dog.
That was either Harry or Bess Truman, parents of Margaret Truman, Margaret Carlson of The Week magazine and Bloomberg News. Great thanks and good luck on helping
Woof.
us name the dog. Woof, indeed. That's countdown for this, the 2,118th day since the previous president declared mission accomplished in Iraq. I'm Keith Olbermann. Good night and good luck.